This podcast contains dumbasses doing dumbass things. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone. Sorry. Had to pass a kidney stone right there. Welcome to Dice Rolls. I'm kidding.
You're really quiet with that kidney stone, man.
Yeah, screaming in pain. Anyway,
Dying.
so hello, everyone. Welcome back to
Hi.
Dice Rolls Can Kill. Whatever the
Missed
fuck
y'all.
episode it is, a number something. It's definitely on the tables.
Mm-hmm.
It's a number on a
30s?
table.
Mm-hmm.
The 30s.
No way we're that ancient.
Tables?
Are we in our 30s? Wow,
Buddy.
God.
We're unks
Oh,
and
We're
ants.
on. No!
we're unks and ants.
I've been an aunt
I
for
can't be
like
on
a few
Unsmith.
years. It's not surprising to me.
Fair enough. That'll do it. Either way, welcome everybody to Dice Rolls Can Kill. We got a lot to go through. This episode we have lots to go through. Yeah,
Ah.
all right. So anyway, besides me losing my fucking marbles, because I don't know, I've been playing an unhealthy amount of Marvel Rivals, and that's about it.
Oh,
Don't play competitive.
Same.
Let's jump into what we got to talk about. Anything that anybody want to talk about? Coda.
go support our friends over at Dicescape. They just released their new season.
Woo.
And we just released, at the time of recording this episode, we just released our live episode of Fallout Garden of Adam that was filmed in December at PAX Unplugged, and it was a lot of fun. So go check our friends out at Dicescape and our friends over at the Strangers Guild.
Nice. And that was episode
cool.
10, right?
Yeah,
what-
it was episode
Yeah.
10.
I can count. I know.
I'm
There we
so
go.
proud of you. Oh, so you know
Thank you.
their episode count, but not our episode count. What does that say about you?
Hey, you know what? Maybe this is a segue to go into the other stuff. Anna, do we have anything we want to talk about?
Still have merch. It's still available. It's on Redbubble, and it's very cool.
Go
You should check it out. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, go check it out. It'll still be in the link down below, probably until hell freezes over or we get sued. So frankly,
Why
whichever
would-
comes first. Why did we get sued? I don't know. Better call that one guy that we can't talk about because that'll be a copyright. No, I'm kidding. We could say Saul. What up, Matt?
Yeah, I have a request for Marvel Studios. Noblin needs a Loki skin for Marvel Rivals. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that would be very, very nice to do.
Noblin needs a Loki skin? Is this implying that Noblin is already in the game?
Yeah, he is, and it's fucking Psylocke.
Impersonating Rocket Raccoon.
So-
would be a better
Jesus.
choice for Noblin.
Excuse my verbal dyslexia there. I meant to say Loki needs a Noblin skin. Sorry, guys.
Bars. I'll contact Kevin Feige. I have him on speed dial for whenever he needs feed pics. But let's get on. No, I'm kidding.
Real. All right.
All right. Anyway,
That's a quote for a t-shirt. I have
Quote for a t-shirt.
Can
There's
you
a
can you
cat
sketch
there.
the cat out? How long is that cat?
Everyone, Anna and Derek got a new cat.
Yeah,
The cat's name is Powder, and so if you see
He
the
jumped
cat
all
jump
over
across,
everywhere.
yeah, if you see the cat jumping across the screen, much like Shane's cat, who I don't think I know the name of. I think I just know it as Cat.
Wicket.
It's Wicket.
Yeah,
or
it's Wicked. Wicket.
You can
Wicket.
also see part
After
of my
after
dog
the Star
right
Wars.
here.
Yeah, the dog right there.
This is
Yeah, what's the
NASA.
dog doing?
What the dog?
She's
I-
laying on the bed upside down.
The dog doing D&D right
What?
now. Let's get it, baby.
She's
Let's get
doing dog yoga.
But yeah, so we got animals in this. We are up in the production quality insane, like to insane amounts. Next thing you know, we'll be like Beastmaster. We'll be spray painting tigers. Probably not that. Anyway,
Wicket's named after the
I saw Beastmaster. It was a mistake. Anyway, let's jump right into this, shall we? Unless there's anything else anybody wants to
No.
talk about.
Just
Cool, because I don't
no.
want to talk about Beastmaster. Hello. Either way. All right. Cool. Let's get on to it, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dice Rolls Can Kill. Where last time we left off, our party finally settled down and made an agreement, a deal with Aureus, deciding finally that this is the proper path to take, and Coda's laughing while eating a fucking chip. But I digress. As Matt stares into the screen, we... Ah,
All right, I was trying to go with your vibe.
You're fine. Either way, the party had finally settled on a deal with Aureus, deciding that this is the only chance that they are going to get to come out of hell alive and together. But of course, who knows what Aureus still has in plan? Though he has agreed to be ever truthful with all of you, truthful as he already has been, there are still more cards that have yet to be played onto the field. So who knows what will happen? Who knows what will occur? All that we do know is that now is the time for the party to do one thing. Arm themselves with either magic, might, or wisdom. The tools that they decide is up to their own decision, their discretion. But above all else, now is the time they learn how to fight in hell. So, anyway, let me swap music real quick. Absolutely crush the vibe. Alright. All of you sit within the room, within Aureus's office, having just finished signing the paper. He takes the paper, looks at it, signs it himself with his own blood. As then you see the contract burn up and disappear. As he sits there and then looks at all of you. He takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. Well, now that that's out the way, all of you, follow me. And he steps around his desk and makes his way towards the door that all of you entered.
Mayri will look to the rest of the party and she will follow him.
Madeline does the same.
Neva's gonna hang back a second and like finally go once everyone's.
Okay.
I go.
You go?
Yeah.
Nice. Real?
Yeah, Alice will probably be at, like, the back of the pack. Following.
Let's do this.
Cool. All of you immediately turn up. Ooh, nice voice crack, am I right? Either way, all of you proceed to make your way out of Fuckelstein's McGee's fucking manor. I'm kidding, nah. All of you exit Aureus's room. Making your way back out into the hallway, you see Morose simply sitting there watching all of you exit. Once all of you leave, he calmly closes the door to the study. Then bringing up the rear, he follows all of you. As all of you follow down this grand hall, winding halls, until eventually you come across a room. Much like the study that is, well, much like the study doors stand before you. Either way, Aureus goes over, opens it, these dark oak doors, and what you see is a circular room. Very dimly lit by candles and what almost seems like if hell could have moonlight. Different than the moonlight that was within your altar, Mary. But a dark red, like a reddish, almost purple light beams in through this dark glass panel. As sitting in this room is nothing. Nothing but a drawn circle of deep arcane incantations. And surrounding that circle of arcane incantations sits a set of chairs. Large thrones, almost. But specifically, what draws you is not simply the design of the thrones or the iconography of the glyphs that lie within the center of the circle, but rather the number of chairs, catering to the exact number of your party. There being 7 chairs all around this circle. Aureus walks in. Take a seat, all of you.
Can I inspect the runes?
What?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Are we about to have like a group therapy session?
17.
It's therapy. It'd
17.
probably be more trauma than anything.
A 17. You are unable to describe, sort of transcribe what the runes themselves.
So I can't tell if it's like a magic.
It's magic. It's divine. It's eldritch. It's a combination of all these understandings of magics. But what you can understand is there's traces of enchantment.
Okay.
But either way, he steps in and looks at all of you, waiting for you to take a seat.
What is this?
This
I'm gonna take a seat.
is, well,
What'd you say?
he watches as Noblin enters and goes to find a chair. Surprisingly, you find one that is perfect for your height.
Oh my god, this is great. Look at me. My feet are on the ground. I got Alexander technique. Let's go.
You see as Aureus watches that. He looks towards the rest of the party and then looks around to the rest of this room. There is an old saying, the truth shall set you free. This room serves that purpose. You do not understand hell as I do, Atlas Solomon. Hell is a place of fickle creatures who seek nothing more than to decipher what you mortals are, and will do everything and use everything that they find out to take you down. For you all to step foot into the Sanguine Theater once again, to truly rise, the truth must be strengthened amongst all of you.
And what truth are you expecting us to tell in this room?
Everything.
Or have to be exposed? Mary takes a half step back.
I'm gonna look right at Mary. Mary, I'm not gonna. Not Noblin is gonna look right at Mary and go, with all due respect, there is a giant lack of honesty in this group. And we do need to work on that. And I think that I don't want to kill for people who I don't know. So let's learn about each other.
Averon's gonna walk past all of them, and he's gonna sit down. And if there's a front row, he's gonna sit down right there. And he's gonna cross his legs. He's gonna be like, "We signed a contract. Too late to back out now." And he's gonna look at Mary and be like, "Sit."
Mary is making the exact same face that I just made, and she will shuffle over and sit right next to Averon, and she will look at Noblin and say, I do agree with that sentiment. My concern simply hinges on how people are going to react to the truth when it comes out, and whether or not people are going to be willing to understand the context and background of the situations that may or may not come out of this moment.
We're all at least serial killers. We've murdered so many people. Any other secret, we're kind of good. You know what I mean? I killed for you, you killed for me. We're good.
I hope that you keep that sentiment after this.
Well, if not, I'll just kill you. So
great.
All right.
Better you than fucking Loth, so.
All right.
This is the only way out of hell. Then he walks over and
this
sits
is
down.
a step in the right path.
Okay. He sits down.
What happens if we resist?
Then it will just be a weapon used against you. By someone who is not your ally. Someone who is not me. Someone who is not us.
And I cannot claim that many of these people are my allies. We don't know each other. We've only known each other barely a week. On estimate.
And you were killing for me on day one.
No, I wasn't. Actually, I stayed behind to make camp for a group I thought would return.
Noblin pulls out his dagger. Sit. Please.
In our
You
defense,
live if we live.
This is true. Also, in our defense, we didn't know how deep or how dangerous that hole was going to be. Not... how do I say this? It also seems that this circle, this group therapy that we're about to engage in, is to clear up that situation. That distance between us. Also, these chairs are very comfortable, so...
He says every truth. We are no strangers to how many secrets I have kept. And I'm still keeping.
Either we find out, or somebody uses it against you. As we were made very aware of when they were trying to sell us.
Dimitri.
The first time. It won't be the last.
May I roll intimidation?
I'm going to say no for now.
Okay.
Just for now. Because...
Oh, good. You don't got to give reason. You're the DM. You said no.
No, I'd like... What's going to end up happening... Aureus turns over and looks at you. Atlas. Be frightened by wolves in the dark all you want. Atlas Solomon. Give the truth, don't give the truth. I don't care, so long as you win for me. But understand, these people, the mortals, and every single mortal that wanders Faerun and beyond, will think less of you, so long as you hide in your lies. Sit, and then we can discuss. That's my offer for now.
Atlas's breathing is shallow. Very shallow. It's quick, but he moves to sit very shakily.
He looks towards the rest who are still standing.
Alright. Guess now's the time. That just sits down.
Neve makes eye contact with Tiefling Man and doesn't break eye contact as she sits down.
Okay. Wonderful. You all eventually sit down. And as that happens, Morose steps in and closes the door and locks it. It's then that Aureus, as all of you sit comfortably in these chairs, Aureus steps to the center of the circle and looks at all of you. Devils are finicky creatures. Take that as from someone who has lived around them his whole life. Every single one of you hide secrets. They will weaponize it. You must accept them. This is the first step of many. Let the training begin. And as he says that, you see from his fingertips just like these fires begin to appear right at his tips. As he then brings it up, rakes it down onto one, and thrusts it down to the point of the circle. And as it does that, you see this blackish red fire sprawl all around the circles until eventually it reaches your chairs. And once it reaches your chairs, you see it begin to crawl up and then grab onto your ankles and your wrists and then claw over to you and snake all around your body until it reaches your skull and digs into your eyes as you feel your eyes roll back and then all of you black out. This is where the fun begins.
I'm scared.
I don't like this.
Chrissy, wake up!
God damn it!
I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up!
I knew the moment said I don't like this. It was like it was over. It was just going to be a chain effect that was just going to go down a rabbit hole and just fucking ruin shit.
And this is where Dimitri kills us all off. Bye, guys. It's been real.
Yep.
Kills you all. What? No.
Taking this
Never.
to announce that I will be using physical dice today.
Physical dice. Let's go.
Ooh, pretty.
You want to hear a funny little thing? With all my preparation for this little thing.
That's cool.
Shane, I forgot to pick music for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Wow. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you have music for all of us? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm gonna see if this works. Let me see if this works.
I'm not gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, this works. This works so well. This works so well. Awesome. Okay, cool. And someone who left. Who left?
Matt just quit.
I think Matt. I think something happened.
He said, "I'm out of here."
Matt said, "Oh, you got music for us all?" No.
There we go.
Welcome back, Matt. All right. So.
Sorry.
All good.
So, we'll start with Liam first.
One moment, I gotta.
Okay, well, I guess we're not starting with Liam first. Anyway.
How are you guys?
I'm doing
Shane,
great.
You're muted.
Wonderful.
You just muted
Hello.
yourself.
Hi.
Hi, you ready? You ready there, Liam?
Yeah.
Good. Liam, your vision goes black, but then tunnels as you feel yourself propelled through darkness. But then eventually the darkness gives way. A familiar tower that you once roamed. The sounds of a city echo in your ear. And as much as the sounds and sensory sort of flood your mind, forcing you to sort of wince in pain, causing you to close your eyes, eventually you feel your feet find purchase on something, and you open your eyes. Cobblestones beneath your feet. The stone of a tower. A window that looks eerily familiar to your master's study.
I check to see if I have my bag on me.
You have your bag on you. You look around. It's kind of impressive. You feel like you are thrust back to Waterdeep. Back in the tower of your old master. Looking around, the moonlight creeps in through the window. And even as you go over to look out the window to see if everything is the same, you still see the towering stone giants that make up the defenders of Waterdeep. The city itself, in the distance, live and bustling. But then you hear another set of footsteps, just onto the stone. Quite the place that you have here.
What? He turns to look at the whoever's making the sound.
You see it's Aureus. He looks. It has been quite some time since I've set foot into Waterdeep. Never knew you were, well, in the watchful gaze of the Blackstaff. But when I creeped into your mind, there was a curious thought that came about. A memory. Yours is different than the rest. Different than them. Or
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, that's true. Maybe they will reveal it to you. Maybe they should. Know the wolf that lies in sheep's clothing.
I definitely trust them more. If you're in my head, you would know why I'm not so trusting.
Oh, I know. And I know for a man of your stature, it is quite curious to carry this. And he holds a tome. A god of another world. And you hold one of its keys.
Is there more?
I don't know the limits of the chained god. What it is to bring. I do not lie within that sphere. And yet, it has caused much more problems for the high mages that wander Faerun than anything. And he places it on a table nearby. He steps around and looks step by step, taking a look at some of the books. When will you stop lying to them, Liam?
When I know they're not part of that group.
Is that the excuse you use when you use them to forward your goals?
That'd be the excuse I would use because of events in my past I'm sure you are well aware of.
Oh, I know much.
Trusting people is how I got here.
Under the care of one of the most powerful wizards in Faerun, I would say you scored the lottery.
Well, there's a consequence for that.
And what is that?
My hometown.
So do you continue to use them as tools, Liam?
If it means saving the world, then yeah.
Then you've doomed them all.
I may doom them, but not the world.
I knew I liked you, Liam. There's a devil in you yet.
I don't want anything in me again.
Good. That means you know the risks and knows what it takes to succeed. And you are not afraid to do what is right. It's noble, but destructive. Because what's going to keep them from staying with you when they learn this truth? Will you continue to be this shallow? You wouldn't expect anything. So once again, you find a way to doom the world.
I want to save it, not doom it.
But every step you take mirrors that of a martyr. A martyr who will fall on his sword first, then succeed at the task. You see him sort of stand up and look out the window.
Why do you think I want to cross the desert?
To learn. You wish to learn to understand. To find this Elminster Omar.
You say I'm going to die on my sword. Well, I know I'm not powerful enough to deal with this threat alone, at least without knowledge. So, what would you do?
Tell me.
Hmm.
You seek power. Why not find the power on your own? I know plenty of people that can turn you into a powerful beast.
I don't want to be a beast. I don't want to even be powerful. I want to save the world. As much power as that would take. And to me, that would be stopping the people who want to.
Power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. And if you are not willing to take the power upon yourself, then my recommendation would be to trust those around you. To have them take the corruption.
How could I trust them?
Only one way to find out. Thus is the gamble we all play. Unless you wish to become like me. Do you?
Looking in someone's head? Is that what you mean?
I'm talking about becoming what you hate the most. To destroy what you hate the most. Unless you are willing to take that step, you must open yourself. I will let
if
you
you were to
think.
be a guide in this quest of yours, if you're being a guide, would you at least give me a hint into these individuals? You say that I am to open myself up. How do I know they're not a threat? You've seen their head. You've seen their memories.
We're all threats when given the tools to enact such hateful means.
I want to know if they're part of that group.
I can simply say they are not. Although, I will let you come to terms with one of them. For their chaos only sows more destruction.
Enough to destroy the world?
Enough to ruin you. But that is for your decision. And hopefully that we can remedy that. And if not, then, well, another tool for the arsenal will he be.
As long as they're not part of that group.
I can assure you they are not. Rest easy knowing that. But without them you are nothing. And you will become the very thing you seek to destroy. With them, they will take your corruption, your debt, even if you lie straight to their face. But maybe there is some solace in being truthful with them, so that you can continue to be this good man you present yourself as. Only your choice can decide that. He steps up and walks to the door.
Liam looks out the window. All I can say is I can try to trust. If you tell them anything about what you've seen in my head, you can be truthful to them. You can tell them what my goal is.
Your memories are not mine. Your words
I'm giving you
are
permission.
not mine.
If they ask, you may.
Then I politely decline. You will tell them, not me. And he opens the door and steps out. All right. Let's see who's next. Oh, this is a fun one. Dodger.
Hello.
You feel yourself being thrust through winter. Slashes and cuts scrape across your body as the distant wails and screams of battle roar through your ears. You open your eyes and you see a fog all around you. The cries ring out. And all you are is standing there, a cracked maul in hand. Bodies lying all around you. Sweat dripping from your scales. A battle you know all too well. What do you feel when you are in this space?
Regret.
Regret.
Anger and confusion.
The cries of battle ring out. As you feel that, you grab onto your hammer. Your knuckles going white from the grip on your hammer as you relive this fog again. Then eventually you hear something cry out. What's your armor class?
It is 14.
14. You sense, in your heightened state of awareness and your fear and reliving this trauma, you feel everything go right through you. As if you're reliving the moment in its exact unwanted perfection. And all of a sudden you hear footsteps. A swinging of a sword, but you immediately react and parry with your maul. As you hear the grinding of steel on the hammer of your maul. And that's when you blink. And you see Aureus wielding a sword. You push him away and create separation. Sort of a clearing within the fog appears as he steps around you. He rushes you again. That's going to hit. Yeah, that's going to be, we'll call it 12 psychic damage right now.
12.
12. Yeah. The blade hits, and even though it cuts through your body, you feel a sting in your mind as this blood sprays out from you. But it's different. It's not the blood that immediately gets you, it's color and how black it is as it sprays upon the ground. It's a sound that followed it, that called through. Taja, you can rest. You. And you see the blood begin to boil a bit more until eventually just almost like a hand begins to sort of reach out at you. But then Aureus steps on it as he then looks at you. Tell me, why are you fighting? And he raises his blade towards you. The blade itself is this wicked, dark sword. Several jagged edges, almost like fangs, reaching across the edge of its blade as he reaches it towards you. Why are you fighting?
I want them back. That's why.
Your family?
My children. That's what I want back.
He lifts his boot and stabs towards your scattered blood on the ground as it then sort of like slinks up his blade, almost like a symbiote, and claws up as he looks at the blade. Almost like he's reading the blood itself.
What then? You fight for your children. Then why are you not searching for them now? What drew you away? Or is drawing you away?
I want to find those words. I want to find those responsible. If I get to them, I can find out where they are. And I don't want to see them before I get to them.
What if those responsible have been staring at your face the entire time?
If they've been staring at me in the face this entire time, I would strike them down, no hesitation.
He lowers his blade, sort of at his side. The blood itself sort of still clawing, almost as if it's going up the blade, but then he ignites the blade. And you just hear this like cries from the blade as the blood withers away.
And what if they are already dead? Your children.
If those responsible still remain, I would kill them. Take my time with them. Then I don't know what I'd do. There's no place for me in this world without them. There's nowhere I can go back to either.
He looks around at the fog.
So you will swing your hammer. Swing away until your children are either found alive or dead. And afterwards you will just die. Good little soldier you are. And what if the person who did all of this, staring at you right in your face, was also someone close to you? The truth is never something we enjoy, Dodger. And the problem with fighting in the past is it'll do nothing for the future. Reality is not forgiving. Life is pain. And every step we take is always some misfortune we bring to our future. You are being watched. Special interest has been taken upon you. And I see the Queen of Dragons within you. She has talked to you, yes?
If they have, I didn't know they were, but I have a feeling I get what you mean.
Good confirmation, at least. He looks at his blade. If you wish to fight for the hopes of your children, I will not stop you. The future may not be so forgiving. But what I do know is cling to that hope. No matter how fickle it is, no matter how rusted the blade of hope becomes, cling to it. I too once fought for family. Do so. But find another reason. Maybe one to carry you as well.
Mm.
He looks at you and looks out at the fog.
If you stay like this, clinging to old traditions.
He waves his sword around the fog.
This will be you. Forever lost. And forever miserable.
He steps forward and walks into the fog, leaving you alone to think, to feel.
Otter's gonna fucking blow his shit off of steam. He's just gonna go wild.
You go wild. You swing away in the shadows until eventually your hammer breaks. And all you are left with is rubble of stone and anger. Foundations, but one you must choose.
It's just green.
Who's next? Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Averon.
Ooh.
Shit!
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 You
Oh, God fucking damn it.
you immediately awaken abruptly on a bed of grass in a forest. Unknown to you, at least the landscape itself, where exactly you would call it, but the forest, the grass, all of it is very reminiscent of when you first woke up. Birds cry in the distance. All of it seems really pleasant until once again you stand up and see below you is dead grass, withered, hollow. And that's when you hear a voice. Cozy little place, isn't it? The solitude of a forest. And stepping out from a distant tree is Aureus.
It was cozy till I saw your face.
Curious. Curious how such a weak man ended up in a situation like this. Tell me, why do you run away from power you may yet control?
The power is not mine.
Is your body yours? Any more, that is?
I struggle with that question every day.
I've thought about that thing you told me last night. How you sought for me to speak in truth. Or at least last night with an out. Time itself is an enigma there, but of all this talk of truth that you wish to see in me, and the threats of strength that you bring upon others, when will you learn that of all the people in your party, you are the weakest? That you are such a weak hypocrite, so afraid to lose more than you have already lost, that you would rather suffer in a solitude of lies like this one, rather than fight to save the fates of others from becoming much like your own.
Tiefling man, I have a question for you.
Yes, human. Or is it half-elf?
Whatever you want it to be. But my thing is, have you ever wanted something so bad in your life that you dictate all your efforts to get it? I'm sure you have. Hence, I just signed a blood contract with you for it. But let me tell you something. When you don't get what you want, and you lose everyone around you to get it, you seek solitude. You don't seek strength. I don't want to hurt these people around me. A couple bad hangovers and I'm in hell, but I don't want these nice people to go down like my family. So call me weak. I know I'm weak. But that Dragonborn reminds me a whole lot like my brother. And he's strong. So was my brother. My mentor. A person who taught me everything. has practically the same face as Noblin. And I lost a lot of people who remind me so much of Atlas, Neve, and even Mary. And then there's Leon, the person who brought us all together. But let me ask you something, man. If I die, I got nothing to go back to. But they don't. So my question for you is, are you prepared to lose everyone for your goals? This little precious house you have, those butlers. Are you strong for that?
Yes. Because in the end, at least I will go out fighting. On my own terms. By my own merits. Than hiding. That is what makes you weak, Averon. You do not wish to stand and fight. Because what they don't already know is you are already dead. You know this, don't you? You've been dead for some time. Your body, your mind may not realize it yet, but that thing in your chest is a death sentence. Already being written out.
I know.
So tell me, why, Averon? Why must you hide from the shit hand fate has dealt you? And believe me, it is shitty. Why do you hide from that? And not play your hand and make every one of those fuckers pay. So that no more people will have to suffer as you do. No
It's not
longer.
my hand. It is not my hand. Whatever's in me isn't.
It's a part of you whether you like it or not. The removal of it will kill you. And the current existence of it will kill you. No matter what, you are a dead man walking. It is only a matter of time. So use it. Abuse it. Before it starts turning its hand against you. And it already has. It already has in so many ways. It lords over you, waiting. Averon, you have every chance. Every opportunity now to become something more. More than what you are. I only ask that you do. Not for the sake of yourself, but the sake of the futures of those around you. If you wish not to repeat history, die for them, so they may live. If not, he draws a sword, throws it at your feet. Die in your solitude and take your curse with it.
He picks up the sword. He throws it back at your feet and then rips off his bandages And then he says, "Fine. But if this thing kills you too, I'll see you back here, and I'll let him kill you."
I'm more than willing to accept the challenge. He walks back into the forest. As you sit there, and you hear something creep back into your mind. Well, I'm eager to see how this will go. You think your games will win? I will play. I will play. On to the next person. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I love this. I love this.
Bro, this waiting game makes it worse.
Oh, well, no longer do you have to wait there.
This is so interesting,
Yikes.
sitting in complete silence on my end.
Well,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could just see in the faces, just doing the Kubrick stare, just.
Bro, that shaking twist.
Right.
Dude,
Ow.
my heart is like racing right now.
Same.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sweating. Oh no.
M.
Please.
Atlas. You awaken amidst soft silk sheets, an open window, calm night. Your hair is longer, and you feel it as you get your head up. You're in a nightgown, dressed for bed. Sit there, a calm wind blows in. But you see a figure through sort of the veil of your bed, sitting there by the cold fireplace of this magnificent room that oozes wealth at the sight. Just sitting there, looking out the window, a glass of something in its hand. Just looks. I will let you come out when you're ready. The voice says.
Not this place, no. Anything but here, anywhere.
The figure steps towards you, then reaches through the veil, an extended hand. You can go away from this place.
In his sort of panic state, he's grabbing this lifeline.
You grab it, and then you blink, and you find yourself holding a hand. You're still same long hair, in the same nightgown, but this time standing a lone tree on a cliff's edge, grass beneath your feet, a little bit damp from the rain that is still yet to dry. The clear night sky, stars and all, as you are holding onto Aureus's hand. He then lets go and looks out in the distance. It is quiet. Calm. Nothing. Comfortable, isn't it, for you? This void. This nothingness. A time where you do not have to hide under the veil of Atlas Solomon. A place where you are truly at peace. He looks at you sort of as you're still in that silence. Of all your secrets, it's not surprising to meet someone who wishes to be forgotten. He looks around. Well, I can give it to you. I know within your heart you seek to make a deal. Do you?
I wish to be forgotten, yes. To be free. I do not want to hide anymore. From them. From myself. If I was forgotten by them, it would be so much easier.
Why are you still here? Among these people. You clearly don't like them. You detest them, some of them. Why are you still here? You abandoned people for your own isolation before. Why stay now?
I tried before. I don't know why they... I want to believe that I'm not a tool, a pawn to them. I do not know if that is true. It was my choice to try and leave. It is my choice to be forgotten, and it is my choice to stay, and I don't know why I stayed. Maybe it's because of Mary, or maybe it's because of the others. Because I see something and I don't know if my mind is playing tricks on me, like it so often does when I sleep. I cannot go back. Being forgotten protects them, protects myself. I take the chance.
They will learn who you are. The world will, Isolde. Whether you like it or not. That is the reality. The past will rise. Your family will find you. And if you wish to disappear, I can make it so. Forever. He points his hand over to the cliff. All you must do is take the first step, and you will be forgotten. But you will be a coward, and you will be far less of a person than what you could become.
I already am a coward.
No, you're not. You are far stronger than you give yourself credit for. But when you hide, instead of taking action, when you search for reasons to still stand, when all you want is to fade away, that shows you have the courage to fight. And you are not frail. You are just searching for a means to fight. The answer to what you seek now stands before you. But in truth, it is a lie. For if you want something to change, he takes a finger and puts it on your chest towards your heart. You must choose to fight. What will you do? Who do you wish to be? Forgotten or reborn?
Atlas walks over to the very edge of the cliff and just stands there, thinking. Over the edge before collapsing to her knees. I don't know how.
You've already taken the first step. He reaches out a hand again. But you must trust that you can come back from this. Accept who you were, but become something more.
She'll turn and hesitate before taking his hand and closing her eyes.
All you feel in those moments, as your eyes close, is the pressing of a hug. And he just holds you there until you drift away. Up next. Oh.
Wait till the after torture dialogue happens between everybody.
Very interesting. Noblin.
Where am I?
You awaken to nothing. A void. The ground itself feels like water that drips and sprawls around, rippling at each step you take. It's the only noticeable feature here. You see your reflection through the floor. Look forward and just see a void. Nothing.
Hello? Is anyone there? There. There. There.
You hear walking. And then the walking comes to a standstill, as if your beating eyes look towards you.
I grab my daggers, and I kind of just circle around looking.
You circle around, and you see Aureus standing there.
Oh, you.
Staring at you.
Put my daggers back.
You like it here?
It's quiet. The hell is quiet.
This isn't hell. For hell has meaning.
So what do you call this place?
You.
Me.
Ever since I saw you, I saw this void within your heart. I saw it, smelt it, felt it at my fingertips. For it's what follows chaos in all its forms.
Isn't there beauty in that?
No. If you could see hatred beam through this devil's face, it's what radiates around him. I have nothing to say to you. Nothing that I want from you. Nothing that I desire from you. If truth is what you all seek, then I will tell it to you straight. You're a pawn. You are a pawn in my game as you are in life.
Noblin, his heart starts to run. He gets adrenaline and an anger of being told he was less than. And in that anger, he looks back and says, I appreciate your honesty, and I might be your pawn. I am no pawn of life.
You put your approval into that of others. You seek approval in others beyond yourself. That is what pawns of life do when they can't accept their own worth. When they give themselves to ludicrous schemes in order to satiate the desire to be found, to be seen within them. That is what happens to servants of chaos. That is what you are.
And how would I change that? If that's what the world wants, how do I change that?
Who knows?
So I can think of one way, and I pull the knife out of my sheath, and I put it to my neck, and I go, a pawn's never killed themselves, right? Taking themselves out of the game?
Do it.
And for what?
Okay.
Now you want me to do it. That's the fucking problem. And I throw the knife into the water. I look for approval from other people because anytime I've been by myself, I've been destitute and alone. And I've thought about the family that I had once, who was ripped around by people who caused chaos in my own life. How in the hell is this supposed to not be a void? Every memory I've had has been taken from me by the hands of fire and death and blades. And I'll tell you what, I don't care if you're a fucking demon and you're all knowing and you got your own fucking plan and I'm your pawn, but I need to tell you something right now. Pawns still take kings, motherfucker. And I'm happy I'm your pawn and not theirs. Or else you'd be a dead man. Believe that shit. I trust no one, not the fucking group, but what I do believe in is blind trust of people that have killed for me. You have yet to kill a single person for me. How the fuck can we trust you? All you did was pay money for us.
Dude. Dude. At least you understand.
I understand my role in your plan. And as long as I get to get the fuck back out and go back to my pawn life, then I'll follow through with it. But you and no one else is safe if it really comes down to me or them. I'll fucking rip hell a new asshole to get back to my own home. To get back to my fucking family. To whatever the fuck they could even be.
But will
and
you
so
be
far,
happy with that?
Would I be happy with them?
You left them before. What will keep you?
I didn't know what I had before. I didn't understand that by searching for more, I lose what I had. Now, what I have is the regret of not have fucking been there. To defend them or to die with them.
Seems I was wrong in this.
In my void, you were wrong? Look around! How could you be wrong with nothing? The truth is ours, right? That's the point of chaos. That's why I live in it. Because whatever the fuck I say goes. Whatever the fuck you say goes. Why? Because it's chaos, and if anyone disagrees, you kill them. It's beautiful. That's the beauty of chaos. You're a demon, you know that.
I am no demon.
Then what are you?
I am a child of hell. And I am far greater than anything in this void. He looks around. Maybe you and your blood god were made for each other.
You know, maybe. And maybe I'm happy with that.
You know what you will ask?
Fucking nothing that's already been taken.
He'll take more.
Like what?
Your family. The people you are around now. And then eventually yourself. Leaving you again with this void. Chaos always shifts. Even the void becomes something, then nothing, then something, then nothing, then someone else is something, and then someone else is nothing. Your nature is not something I seek to change. I know a killer when I see one and the use of one when I need one. But if you wish to keep what you have, preserve yourself amidst the chaos. Preserve your family amidst the chaos. Do not give it to demons and lesser evils, or even greater. Fight. Hold tight. Use whatever you can, your daggers, your teeth, your nails, whatever you can to hold on to it. If you seek to kill, kill. If you seek to take, take. We'll always know eventually you dabble in forces you do not understand, and the debt will come due. Leaving you in the void once again. But you seek to change. He places a little light at the bottom of your feet. That is where you start. Evil I care not about. Kill who you wish. But understand, you cannot kill and keep. Some battles will be chosen. And the ones you choose, the path you choose, will either grow this fire, eliminating the void, or snuff it out once again. What do you choose?
I look down at the light of my feet. And I look back up. And I giggle a little. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
It grows just a tiny bit. Good.
So I have one question.
Ask away.
Will staying here make it harder to make this fire grow?
You will
If
be
I want to
tempted.
if I want to sit in my void, I'm not talking about hell. If I want to sit in my void, will the fire stay this size? Forever?
It'll go out. Because deals will be made, and you will seek power and other means to escape that other demons and devils within this plane can offer you. Even mortals can offer you a way out. But you must be calculating, cold.
All right.
They will come after you, Noblin. Above anyone else, they will come after you. I tell you this because kings rely on their pawns. And without the support of the team, we're both nothing.
I bend to one knee and bow my head. Thank you for trusting in your bonds.
I detest chaos. I'll tolerate yours. And he steps away into the void, leaving you with only this little fire.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Noblin continues counting and stares and smiles, feeling hope for the first time. And he's like 32, so like 30, no, probably 26 years.
That closes out that little bit. On to the next one. This is going to be a long episode, and I'm glad for it. And look who it is. Mary.
I don't know if it's better to go now or last.
Whispers crawl at the back of your mind, wordless and just chaotic madness claws as you sit within the void. But then your eyes awaken, and you find yourself in a familiar landscape. Lucian's home. You sit there, basking in the calm glow of it all. Moonlight once again creeps through, illuminating the room. But then you find something as you sit there. A little shifting that crawls out between the floorboards. And it just sits there. You focus on it. It is the one thing in this room that ruins the perfect scenery. A spider. Is this it? Your eyes shift up as you see sitting on a counter, looking at just cups and holding things is Aureus. He sits there looking at the cups, places them down, looks around the entire room. Curious. And this is a place of importance to you.
This is not where I thought you were going to take me.
No one expects to be taken anywhere with these dreams. But it's curious that this is a place you choose for someone who is supposedly being hunted by a god.
It's safe.
Is it? Even a spider crawled through the cracks.
She looks down at the spider.
Telekinesis. As you look down at it, he pulls his hand back as you see it just fly over as he catches it, and it squirms. And he places it down next to him. Do you truly believe that a god is hunting you? Or are you just inflating your own self-importance to give yourself any sort of purpose in your life?
I have no importance in this life.
Curious. Then why is a god hunting you? Why does the queen of spiders look to you? Why does she care for you?
Why does a child look for lost toys when it has many others to play with?
He sort of looks around back at the spider. I do not understand the meanings of, or the workings of Loth or Drow or any of her children. But you run away. To what? To what end?
It has to be better than where I started, right?
Is it? You say you have no purpose. You're seeking something, are you not? You're seeking to be free from this goddess, so then you have the right to pursue exactly what you want, and yet in pursuit of fleeing a goddess, you turn heel towards another. You fall right into the hands of another. And beg for its attention, for its protection. So tell me, if you follow gods for their attention, for the power and the protection they give you, then I don't believe you're any devotee. I think you're a lapdog.
She knows that he is trying to get under her skin. And her arms tense for a moment before she takes a very shaky, calm breath. And she'll reply, "Where I'm from, this is usually just a warm-up for most people in their torture." If you want to hit hard, you have to hit hard.
Well, I could tell you that the home that you are sitting in will just be collapsed and taken. Everything you call safe, everything you call kind, is nothing more than a lie, a front that is put on. The people around you will betray you, so long as you are not true to what you want. And if you have no purpose, then, well, it's good to know that there's another meat shield on the field.
If I serve no purpose, and that they all betray me, then it is for the better, because it is evident she knows that they exist, and so therefore I would rather them betray me, so they are out of her gaze, than continue to care for me, and continue to be at risk, because of choices that I made before I knew the actual truth of it all.
If they took you for a hypocrite, because that reeks of a purpose.
What answer will make you happy so you can just leave me alone in this place for a little bit? Did it ever occur to you?
I'll keep going.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe it isn't protection that led me to Elistray? Rather, definition or meaning. Isn't that why all people flee to churches? For faith, definition.
Yeah. I'm muted. Fuck.
Sorry to the people outside.
God damn it, those stupid fucking sun elves. Isn't that why people flee to churches? For faith, definition, belonging, and protection. I did not go from one goddess to another purely for somebody else to protect me. I don't give a shit about myself. That should be evident in the way that I have been prepared since the moment I laid eyes on you to sell my soul for these other people who probably at best tolerate me. I did not willingly sell my soul to Lolth. I was born into it. That is what happens when you are born into the house that I was born into. I did not ask to do what I had to do, what I was forced to do. I just did it. And I will not have you sit here and question one of the only choices that I have made out of my own free will, because I did not choose to be her cleric purely because I needed protection. I chose to be her cleric because I chose to. And I chose to come here because for the first time in my entire life, somebody looked at me and didn't think I was disgusting. Whether it be somebody from my own home or from somebody on the above. But he looked at me and he talked to me like I was a person. So don't sit there and call me a hypocrite or a lapdog. Because those are two words that have been thrown at me by everybody else, including the people who are here with me. They all have purpose, and I have none. They all have people to save, people to be, and people to defeat. And all I have is a man who can do all of those things on his own. And a god whose spider webs cling to my wrists as if I was a puppet for her sick games. I have no purpose. I have no purpose.
He looks at you. A perfect place to start. Even a castle needs foundations. I say all this confirmed with something within myself. Find your strength to stand on your own. You have already taken the path to do so. To stand alone. Then, and only then, can you accept the help of others. And truly become the person you wish to be. Sacrificing yourself is well and good. Throw yourself on your sword as much as you like. But you must be strong enough to stand on your own first, before others can help you. He gets up. He takes the spider and crushes it. Then he opens his hand, and it's just spider guts on his palm. That god will be no more. That god will be too afraid to see you. He goes over to the door, opens it. It's beautiful. And he closes the door.
She's gonna lower her head and cry.
Last but certainly not least. Hello, Neve.
Let's go.
Hey.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Neve. You awaken. Cold sweat across your face as you look around and smell ash. Smoke. And you stand among charred corpses in a burnt tree. All corpses that you gathered together in your past. All lined up for burial. You look at your hands as you feel the cold sweat once again and see ash and blood all throughout your fingertips. All covering your body. A sign of your failure. And then you feel something grow within you again. This thumping, this just this white hot fire that rises as you stare at all the dead men, women, and children that once made your grove. You feel anger. You feel hatred that only one thing can give you. Only one thing can quench this fire. His head. Yennevar's head. As your knuckles run white and blood begins to trickle down your hand more than it already is, and you hear someone. So many dead. And yet all this stagnation. You look to your right and you see Aureus standing there, looking perfectly clean compared to the ash and soot that crawls across your face and your body. When I peered into your mind, I saw this. Replaying. As if every moment of your dream-filled nights was replaying this moment. And I knew just the kind of beast I was dealing with. Why do you keep staying with these people? I'm not talking about the dead. What is keeping you with this party?
I don't know. It's all really against my better judgment.
Something's keeping you. Do you think they will help you in your vengeance? I've seen what led you here. That first battle replays in your mind the failures that you incurred just by him alone.
They've tried.
They failed.
Maybe. Well, maybe we can try again.
And when will he kill you? Because you tried too many times.
You won't.
Well, if you seek a remedy now, I can kill him right now. Snap on my fingers. You wish to do
It
it?
has to be me.
He looks at you. What then? What is there to rebuild here? As it sort of looks among the ashes. What is there to make here? If not just ruins. Ruins of a worse memory. You will have nothing here. You get your vengeance and then what? Walk away. It will never walk away. There will always be something more. So what's keeping you here? From claiming that vengeance and starting that path?
Hope that maybe through these other people I can learn to get past this. I'm not sure.
Vengeance is much like a rusted blade. Keep trying to fill the cracks or cut away at the rust. Eventually the blade will break. You can only choose one. Claim what you wish, or protect what you have. Fight for your past, or live for your future. That is the choice. You can kill him if you wish. No one's saying you can't. But you must find solace. You must be fine now, or he will eat you alive every waking moment, and the people around you will fade into nothing. As this is all you'll be left with. A ghost in your memory.
She's looking at all the bodies. They didn't deserve this.
No one does.
My fault. I don't want it to happen to them.
He looks at you and looks at the bodies. Then keep this exactly the way it is. A memory.
You're right.
He looks around. Nods. You all have a bigger part to play. In something. I know not what. Fight for what you have, instead of fighting for what you don't have. Live for them. And live for them. But live all the same. You will get your vengeance. But you must live. Give me an insight check.
Hmm. What is- 14.
14?
Yeah.
You don't miss anything. Either way, you sit amongst these bodies. And eventually he just walks. Walks into the distance, leaving you amongst your memory. Until that too fades away. All of you, we'll keep this song playing, sure. All of you
Eventually, your eyes slowly open as you will stand there. Not stand there, sit there in your chairs. Feeling something within you. Just this feeling that only you can describe for yourself. But Aurea stands there as if not a moment has passed. She looks at all of you. He walks towards the doors that Moros has been standing guard of, and he looks towards all of you. I will leave you all to talk. And remember, the door opens again. The truth will set you free. He walks to the door, and Moros follows behind him. Grabs both the handles on the doors and closes it, leaving you all in your room. In this room right here. With the knowledge you have and the feelings you do. Only now will the truth make this party a party of ingrates and
Nice.
individuals.
Have a party name, excuse me.
Yeah.
My mistake. You need a name change. But either way, it will turn you all into something far, far greater. And that is where we're going to end this episode. This was a long-ass episode. Holy McShit.
That was a lot.
Thank Christ,
yeah.
man. Just went on forever.
We're just going to give this a quick little wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking through. How long is this episode, Ryan? Like 3 hours?
No, it's only like
2 hours.
It's a little
Yeah.
under 2.
Only 2? Damn.
A little under
really?
It just felt really long because it was
Little under 2.
emotionally
It was
hell.
emotional. It was emotionally charged. Yada yada yada.
It was just heavy.
Anyway,
Oh,
thank you
wow.
guys so very much for listening, and of course, as always, take care. Love yourselves.
See ya.
and
Bye.
peace.
Bye, lovely.